We talk a lot about recyclability, but there's actually so much more that we can do before that to reduce waste and use products for longer. And we designed an eco-design ski. It resulted in reducing CO2 emissions by 20%, and we could at the same time reduce the weight of the ski by 100 grams. In the end, circularity is really about doing more with less to cut costs while preserving resources.
Good. So today we are at CompPair. We spoke with Amael, the CEO, Robin, the CTO, and now we are very lucky because it's all about sustainability, or a lot about sustainability. And we'll speak with Eléonore, who is managing the sustainability topics. So, hello Eléonore, thanks for your time. And to jump right into the topic, I would like to know a bit your background. Why did you choose sustainability? What is your connection with sustainability?
So my background is in material science and engineering and environmental engineering. And I was always interested by this aspect of sustainability throughout my studies, also the bio-inspiration. And after my studies at EPFL, I worked as an engineer at the Swiss Institute of Technology Lausanne on a project of circular economy for composite materials. Okay. And after that, that's actually how I joined CompPair in 2022 as a sustainability manager. So my role now is to coordinate on the sustainability activities for the company, on the aspects of strategy, but also product circularity. And I also work on innovation projects and life cycle assessments.
Cool. So you mentioned EPFL. Obviously, that's also the roots of the company. I mean, Robin, Amael also went through EPFL. Did you know them already before you started at CompPair?
Yes, I did. I actually had the chance to work with Amael on a project on composite materials throughout my studies.
And now on the sustainability topic, obviously it's a broad topic. In composites, recycling is a very hot word, but it's just one part of the sustainability pyramid, let's call it like that. So maybe you can explain us where you are anchoring sustainability with CompPair, what are you tackling, and then the how.
So we talk a lot about recyclability, and it's definitely important at the end of life to cycle back the materials into the market. But there's actually so much more that we can do before that to reduce waste and use products for longer, for example, with repairability and reusing. And these are the strategies that we really focus on at CompPair to help our clients rethink their products so that they are designed for fast and easy maintenance.
Good. And you mentioned sustainability is important for your clients. That's obvious. Also, the cost part is important. And so on the cost, there's a lot of calculations. On the sustainability side, we hear a lot about the life cycle assessment. Maybe you can explain a bit what is it about, how you handle it, and how it helps you to basically motivate people to test your products and to implement them.
Life cycle assessment is one of our key sustainability activities. We do it on the one hand to improve our products and for R&D when we develop new resin systems and composite materials. But it's also important for client projects to quantify the environmental benefits that we can bring to our clients. And to give a few examples, for example, we worked with Salomon and we designed a ski with them, an eco-design ski. And what we did was to replace the standard composite layer with a heel-tech composites. And in that way, we were able to avoid the need of a plastic top sheet. And by doing so, it resulted in reducing CO2 emissions by 20% for the ski. And we could, at the same time, reduce the weight of the ski by 100 grams.
Okay.
And then another example is our collaboration with ID Genève, with which we produced watch components. And for that project, we combined our healable resin with recycled carbon fibers to reduce CO2 emissions by 64% compared to using virgin composites.
Okay, I mean, those are strong numbers. And how do you make it more visible for the end customers? Because obviously now we are speaking business to business, so those are business customers, so corporates, companies, and they understand the LCA topic. But how could a customer buying skis, for example, see that by buying a certain ski with CompPair material, she or he has a more positive impact than with traditional materials? Is this visible somehow?
So this is actually a marketing work that we are doing jointly. And so we work together with the brands to try to show also to the end customer the benefits. And we do a lot of work on communicating those information to our clients, but also to the general public, and educate them and raise awareness on that.
Okay, so it's a lot about education. Are you also publishing sustainability report, or how do you promote these topics with the numbers, obviously, towards the outside?
So yes, we have been publishing sustainability reports for 2 years now. We're currently working on the new one, for the one covering 2025. And this is really a great way to show what we are doing at CompPair. Of course, we are a young company, so the idea through these reports are to show what we already do, and what we can improve as well, to communicate on those different topics. So there's product circularity and the benefits that we bring to our clients, but it's also about showing what we do in terms of ESG and the initiatives that we take to, for example, strengthen our supply chain and do initiatives on improving our sustainable sourcing of raw materials.
So on the next steps, how do you see, I mean, sustainability obviously is anchored in the company. How do you see the reporting overall as an industry? Where do you see more opportunities even? I mean, we see on the recycling side, there is this big initiative at European level, which is crucial, but it's just one part of sustainability. How do you think composite industry is handling this topic? Is it good enough? How would you manage it differently eventually?
So we are part of the European Circular Composite Association, and they're doing an amazing job at setting a strong vision for the composite industry to put in place solutions towards a circular economy. And we have also recently joined the Sustainability Alliance of Sports Equipment Manufacturer. And so we're really looking forward to contribute to these initiatives, to also bring our part and help them see that there are different strategies of circularity. There's the recycling, but we're here to show that there's also repairing and reusing as well.
We have seen that sustainability is at the genesis of the company, with obviously tackling the topic of repairability. And maybe you can say a few words on how you link this to the business.
In the end, circularity is really about doing more with less to cut costs while preserving resources.
So you mentioned the important point that you tackle it from the industry point of view, so the composites industry with ECCA, but you also go to the final markets where they have their own initiatives to tackle those topics. So
yes.
In sports, for example.
In specific verticals, yes, to also take action on specific applications with specific partners.
Amazing. I mean, then thank you so much, Eléonore, for the insights on sustainability, and see you soon in Paris.
Thank you so much.